Hey guys, and welcome to a new creative video on the channel, and welcome if you're new. Of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button too to stay on top of the content. But today we're going to be making a Japanese martial arts style dojo. It's not necessarily Japanese, but it's going to be a dojo anyway. The one I'm going to create is specifically based on the one from the computer game Shenmue. But if you don't know what Shenmue is, don't worry about it. It's going to be a dojo. So I've been cleaning up some room here. I think we're okay to start now. So let's start off with getting some stairs, because I want to make the main base platform for this. Like I say in most of my videos, I'm building this on the fly. So this is not a tutorial. This is me building. So if you want to learn from this, I suggest pausing the video from time to time and seeing what I do. Okay, so there's going to be... Whoa, that was weird. Okay, so there's going to be a main entrance with a roof, and then that's going to go into another building with the typical style dojo roof on there. If I remember, I will put an overlay on this video so you can see what I'm using as a reference. It is actually a sketch or a blueprint taken from the actual original Shenmue game. I was not meant to do that. Let's just pull this forward a little bit more. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. Let's just pull it through a little bit more, and then we're going to have to go here. And here, I was going to set a command block up so it would always be nighttime, but let me just move my microphone so I can get my keyboard. Time set 0. Whoa, hang on, I do not have permissions. Let's just do LAN, cheats on, start. There we go. That's how you turn a survival world into a creative world, just by doing that. It's pretty simple to do. Okay, so this is going to be a very basic floor plan for the moment. And I want to grab some dark oak too. There's going to be a lot of dark oak, and maybe there might be some wool involved in this at some points too. Is this dark oak? No. Jungle. Why would they not put dark oak but there? Right next to the other oak blocks. Bit weird. And we'll come... Oh, hang on a minute. I think this might be the right color. As you know, in some Japanese buildings, there are paper walls, and I'm kind of thinking this would be a good... something good to use, actually. Okay, so this is going to be... This area here is going to have its own little roof, like I said, and it's going to go into another building with a larger roof on it. This is going to have to go a little bit taller. Dang, dang. Excuse me. Okay, so let's do some maths. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to have a pattern like this go all the way around it. 1, 2, 3. So unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to pull this over just a little bit more. 2. As you can see, things are coming along rather dandy. Move! Smelly sheep. And same along here. Okay, let's talk about something. If you don't know the game Shenmue, I've spoke about it many times on my channel. It's one of my favorite games of all times. The storyline in it is so compelling, inspiring. I think it's definitely one of the best games of all times, regardless of the time it came out. It's not always about game mechanics and level of graphics. Even though when Shenmue did come out, it was, it was one of the best graphical games ever of its time. And at the time, it was beyond. I mean, how can I explain this? Did I just hear a random dragon? How can I explain this? I think it was 1999, for example, something like that. And around then, there was a few games that came out. But the level of graphics that Shenmue had for its time was like well ahead. It wasn't just a little bit, it was well ahead in its game. But it's a shame that, because the last console Sega released was the Sega Dreamcast. Unfortunately, but they just went into game production and licensing then, which is fine, but what about fanboys like JuicyPixel? And that's pretty much it, though. I may actually play Shenmue on the channel at some time soon. I've actually got the game myself, and I've been looking at licensing to play it because I've got a Sega Dreamcast, but I do actually have an emulator that plays Sega Dreamcast games. And I'm gonna have to double check this, but if you know the answer to this, let me know in the comments below. But if I own a copy of a game anyway, I'm assuming it means I'm okay to play the game on an emulator because I already own a license to play the game. So if any of you guys know the answer to that question, please let me know. And yeah, we'll do a Let's Play of that on the channel quite soon. And maybe Shenmue 2 as well, because that game is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we need some oak or spruce, maybe spruce will work. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then do this. This is like a door which is not open, so it's kind of just like that. Maybe they just open it in the summer. Maybe. And another thing from the game is that there's actually a secret room underneath the dojo, under the floor too. So let me actually get around to doing that at some point. We'll do another 2 of those. 1, 2, 3. Sheep, man. Get on face. Like so. And also, depending on how long this build takes, depends on how many parts it's going to be. But I'm just going to go straight through. I've got a timer in front of me which says 6 minutes, I think. I think it says 6 minutes anyway. Let's just take that off. And then this is the final corner. So yeah, I'm going to do a playthrough of Shenmue. It's probably better for me to use the emulator because I can really bunk up the graphics so the quality is a lot better. So that's going to be the dimensions of this. The original building has got the house next to it that belongs to the protagonist in the game, Ryo Hazuki Sensei. Not Hazuki Sensei, more like Hazuki-san. I think that is it. I think Sensei is like what you call your elders, but San, I think that's it. Hazuki-san is like, you know, for a younger person. I think there is definitely 3, 1, 2, 3. I think this mimics on the other side because when you're inside here, there's actually decorations on this part inside the wall. But we're almost there. This is looking pretty awesome. I'm really hyped about this. I've been planning on doing this for a while. A couple of people have mentioned for me to do dojos anyway, so I thought, what can I do that will make this special? And just really trying to do the Shenmue one, really. And like I said before, regardless, because whether you're a fan of the game, whether you hear the game or not, some of you guys probably know what a dojo is. And if you don't, it's a place where people practice martial arts. It's not always about martial arts. It can be a place for relaxation and a place for spiritual stuff too, like spiritual meditation and stuff like that. So it's not technically all for martial arts, but mainly it is for martial arts too. Tai Chi as well, and loads of other things. So this, why does it keep doing that sometimes? Is it the grass underneath it which is making it flip over? I'm gonna have to dig through here. I do apologize, but this floor is going to be a large mat. You got a large mat on the floor in dojos where people roll around, and it's kind of softer than hard floors, but probably traditional dojos just have hard floors anyway, because it's like, get a grip, my son, it's only a wooden floor, it makes you stronger if you practice on it. 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think something may have gone wrong there, but I do know that there needs to be a panel here too. I know there does. Let's just work this out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we'll do a big panel here. Oh, come on, sheep, please. Maybe I should turn animal sounds down just so it doesn't wind everyone up. Hostile friendly creatures. Very good, sir. Okay, that's good. Yeah. We'll put this panel here. This panel has got an invisible, it's got a secret door behind it though. So we may actually need to extend somewhat at the back of this out a little bit, because in the actual game you put like a samurai sword in the wall and stuff, and it opens up into like a secret area. Whatever, don't go there. So let me know in the comments if you do know what Shenmue is. That would be a really good thing to find out, especially with my younger audience. That would be so epic to work out. Okay, so I'm going to jump cut now, guys. I'm going to fill in all these sections here. If you are going to copy this and build along with it, I will just stand over here. The maps is pretty simple. These are 3 long. And as you can see, there's 3 there and there's 2 there. So if you do 3 and then 1, 3 and then 1, and you do it all the way around, really. And as you can see, there's 2, and then there's a big panel, and then there's 2. So you can work out the maths just by, just by knowing that. So I'll be right back. I'm going to patch all this in, and we'll start working on the floor inside the dojo, and start working on the roof. So be right back. Okay, and we have returned. So let me just explain to you what I've done. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I put a ridge of stairs that go around it. But the stairs, let's get rid of that, are only on the panels. Okay? So they don't go over the logs like this. They only go over the panels. And I've done that all the way around. Using the reference image, obviously, the colour of these panel walls change after it goes past the stairs. So we're going to put that all the way around. And I've gone ahead and finished the floor in there. It's literally just wool on the floor, light grey wool. That's all it is. There's nothing too complicated about that. So let's just go ahead and do that, and then we're going to put a nice border that wraps the floor inside the dojo. I should actually be filling these as I go along here too. Something else I've also done, I've pulled the logs 1 block forward here, because there's going to be a roof on here, and I kind of needed a little bit more room, so I've gone ahead and done that. It's no biggie really, is it? It's no real biggie. Let's change these. 2, 3. Looking pretty good, yeah. So let's kind of do this one here as well, I guess. And then now we want to do the roof out here. The roof out here is pretty simple. It kind of looks like a trellis. So we're going to use slabs. We'll probably go with the oak slabs this time, so we have a bit of variation within the colour and fence. This is Chroma Hill's texture pack, by the way. I'm not sure if it's ready for 1.8, but using the fences now, the birch ones, I can see that some textures are working. Though on the Chroma Hills website, it doesn't advertise it as a working texture pack for 1.8, so there's probably some textures missing. And this roof by here is pretty simple. We're just going to do something like this. And I figure when it gets to the 3rd one by here, how can I do this without messing this up too much? Yeah, so when it gets to the 3rd one, or 4th one actually, it will just go straight, and we'll just keep it like that all the way through. So this is pretty simple. Just spam these all the way over here. It's really hard for me to use the reference image and build because I've only got 1 monitor at the moment, so it's hard to jump back and forth. This roof is very unique. It's got a lot of curves in it and they change at different positions, so I'm definitely going to have to jump back at my reference image when we go and do that. But I think on the inside here there's definitely going to be some wood around here, so let's go ahead and do this. As you can see, it's nothing too tricky at all. We've got the main shape up. It's all about just adding slight details like this now. And if this was in survival Minecraft, I would probably use half slabs like this just so I could save on resources, but we don't really need to focus on that too much. Resource saving, after all we are in creative. Let's just do that. And keep this rolling along here. Okay, so inside this room, there are 3 focal points. One would be this wall here. This is the one everyone faces towards when they start doing their self-defense exercises. There's also another hello, horse. There's also another focal point here, and there's one here which is not too focally point, but this frayed. Maybe that's why this is here too. I don't know. But if you look at the exterior of the building, I'll probably put a link to the resource image I'm using. They've got these around it, and you can see them on the outside too. Okay, something else I need to do is to I need to put a balcony that wraps around the side here. So I may actually need to get rid of some of these stairs, but there's a balcony which wraps around the side here. I'm not sure if it goes all the way around the dojo, but it's kind of like a walkway that you can like stand on here and just walk around the side. So yeah, so for now we're going to take away these steps on here. Maybe I'll fill underneath here with cobble at some point, but yeah, there's definitely a way you can like walk around here. I'm gonna have to take away these. Yeah, and I might put cobblestone like in. Let's just grab some. Or we could use. Let's try andesite. We could use some andesite under here, just to give it a foundation. Okay, so I'm going to jump cut once more, guys. I'll get this sorted here. I think it might just come to the edge here, but there's definitely a house here. So I can't really see around the back in the reference images, but I'll be right back in a moment once I get these extra details added. Okay, and we are back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put this around. It's not going around the entire building. This bit stops right by here, and this bit stops on the opposite corner right by there. Something else I'm doing is putting a little bit of detail around the house, around the dojo actually, and just putting a little bit of fence post in between on the logs like this, and at the bottom right by here. I don't think on the actual dojo there's a handrail around here, so I'll just leave that like that. Okay, so the next part is the roof. So let's go and find our center point. I think we have an odd number though, an even number actually. We do have an even number, but this is going to work out quite well because we will have the stairs come into a point up there. So let's find a height that we are happy with. I think we're going to have to go a little bit higher, I think. I'm trying to get a judgment based on my Minecraft scale, my character scale. Okay, that's fine. The roof comes out here. It's hard to explain this roof. It's got multiple different types of slopes on it, but you got the gist of it. Once I get building. So I think the roof is gonna be brick possibly. I think that's a nice height. So let's pull this out. Okay, so if I explain the roof, it's like this. So it's like an apex, but it's got a really tight, it's kind of a bend in it. And then on the sides of the buildings here, there's also another roof that comes like this and goes up. If that makes any sense to you guys. So that's the idea on this. So I'm going to jump cut now, guys, again. Unfortunately, there is going to have to be some jump cut in these types of videos. Otherwise, this video is going to be like 5 hours long. But I'll be right back in just a moment. And hopefully you can get a judgment of the roof I'm about to create. So see you in the blink of an eye. Okay, and we are back. Been doing a bit of mapping on the roof, but finally I have the measurements and all the coordinates completed. Okay, so if you're following this, I'll just give you some information that is going to help. But essentially, if you're going to do this, you're better off just looking at the resource and making your own version. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 blocks high. And then by here, I've got a measurement block coming out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go all the way out to the corner. And you do this on every side. So you've got this square that wraps around. And then you go 2 up. And then you count 3. Well, you go 3 up and then you count 3 blocks out. So this is a measurement for the roof. And this is a guide to the slope that is going to connect here. There is another slope on the roof, as you can see, which I'm using half slabs for. And this is going to go down 4 from the main square that we've created. So it goes down in sections of 4 in measurements of half a slab each. So that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap the entire roof, and this is going to come together very nicely. I'm really chuffed about this. I mean, I haven't actually used the resource image too much. And I think the vibe that I'm creating here, especially the Shenmue vibe, regardless of that, it's a dojo, but the Shenmue vibe I'm trying to achieve is coming through quite well. So let's just keep doing this. I could actually just do this all the way through, but I think it might be quicker just to do this. Maybe installing World Edit would help, but essentially I don't think it's going to be that much more faster, especially with the shapes we're creating. I don't think World Edit might. I don't think it's going to help out too much. But if you was doing something that was heavily repetitive, like filling in square walls, then fair enough. Maybe the floor, for example, but you know, whatever. So as you can see, it's coming along quite nice. Let's try and work out this slope. So there's probably going to be a stair there, maybe one there, and then half slabs here. But the thing is, I want it to come up. Let's try this. I think it might be a little bit too gradual. Oh, there we go, that's perfect. So that is the type of shape I'm trying to create here, and I think, wow, my bedroom's hot right now. These sections here are gonna need to be filled in with wool, and as far over here as I can without breaking the initial shape. Something like that, really, and this can go as well. But as you can see, we're right on track in creating this exactly the way we want it. So I'm going to jump cut again, guys. I'm going to fill in all the space around here. I'll try and probably rework on this because I don't think it's how I quite want it yet. But it's very close. Maybe that. It's very close, but it's not there. So I'll be right back in a moment once I finish up these basic mathematics. Well, this roof is starting to look quite impressive. The shape of it is perfect. It's ideal. It's exactly what I wanted. There might be a bit too much curve here in comparison to the original, but I'm happy with this. I've also changed the textures on here too. So I put the white here and put that here. But as you can see, the roof is floating, and we no do floaty roofy. So we got to fill this roof in between these sections too. I decided to come back and just not finish the build because I didn't want you guys to like get worried about me and where I went. Let's just grab some glowstone very quickly because this place is dark as hell, bitch. Okay, so once we get the roof connected to the interior walls. Just do that. We need to work on some slight details in here, and I think that's going to be it. But if you guys have really enjoyed this, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. It's really going to help me out. I mean, it's going to help me out a lot. It's not just a little thing liking videos on YouTube. It actually allows other people to find my videos and search and recommended videos on YouTube. So there we go. I thought my phone was ringing then. It was the Minecraft music. So we're going to pull these logs all the way to the top like so. We can get rid of these ones. Perfect. Let's just finish this bit off here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if there's going to be a lot of support in this video, I might do the actual... I might finish off and do the Hazuki residence house next to this dojo. And later on the secret... room that is found underneath the dojo, which contains the phoenix mirror, if you have played Shenmue, of course. But let's just patch all this in like here. Wow, my bedroom is like so hot right now because my computer is in a new location, and I can really feel the heat coming up onto my face. So weird. And I can't open my bedroom window because you know what the dogs are like, my neighbor's dogs. So when I record it, I have to keep that shoot. No, we'll have the logs finish here, and then we'll do what I did outside and put a pan along here. But this time we won't just do the paneling, we'll actually pull it all the way along. We need to do something very similar outside the building too. But as you can see, that is what's going to happen here. Wow, seriously? Damn. I think I may actually have to do another jump cut just so I could fit all this into one video. So I do apologize, but you can literally see what I'm doing. I'm pulling the panels all the way to the ceiling as high as I can so it connects to the roof. And then on the main walls, this one here and this one here, I will be putting a ridge along the tops of the logs. So I'll be right back, and I might do some other stuff too, just to make sure this project finishes in one video. So see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are. I think this is coming to an end now, guys. I think there's nothing much I could possibly do more. Well, there probably is loads more, but you know, things do need to come to an end. So this is the dojo, the practice mat. I put some references to the actual game in here, where we've got the actual frontier. This Japanese message written along here. And we have got, with the secret entrances to like a room underneath here, basically you have to put a sword blade in the wall and the hand guard, and it opens up a door like right by here, but you know, can't go too far. The lighting's nice as hanging. I haven't put trap doors on there, but we could actually grab some right now while we're here. Let's just do this really quickly. We'll just do the one side really, but no, actually we do both, but you know what it's on about. Just like that. We won't do all the sides of the glowstone. So we got the hanging lanterns there. Did a little bit of detail out here too. There is a small pond, but I've exaggerated the size of it just because we're in Minecraft. By here there's like a water tap as well. Can I put those on here? Yeah, that is one thing I wanted to try out. Just to put those on top. Go all the way around. But this is going to be the final bit of detail on here. But yeah, like I said, the project needs to come to an end, but technically I can keep going if I need to be. So if there's enough support on this video, I will make the Hazuki Residence right by there. So there will be a house there, and there will be a cherry tree right by here too. Quite an old, haggard cherry tree. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed me create the Shenmue Dojo. I really enjoyed making this. It took longer than expected, especially the roof. The roof was the main bit really that sucked the life out of me. No, it didn't suck the life out of me, but it took the most time up. I should really put a line of something along here too, just to help that transition. But that's going to be it. I'm going to throw my hands in the air now, guys. And I want to say thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in next time. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit the like button if this video has done anything to tickle your pickle. But yeah, this is pretty nice. I really do enjoy this. It does remind me a hell of a lot of the Shenmue Dojo. I think there might be like a slight overhang in here somewhere as well, but you know, there's only so much you can do. And I've used two different references. I've used an actual screenshot of the game, and I've used some fan art as well. So it was a bit of a merge between both, but you know, we got there in the end. But yeah, like always, guys, thanks for watching, and I shall be seeing you again. So peace out.